Hi everyone, Amanda Saladin here from Love Life Yarn, and today we're going to learn how to crochet this modern square stocking. This is a great project. If you just work 4 rounds, you can make these little squares. I did a lot of mine in the car when I was waiting in the carpool line, or my husband was driving, and it was super simple. So the squares are in a separate video, which I will link in the description. So start out making 18 of these squares, and then I'm going to show you how to assemble them and how to do the top here so that you can make your very own crochet stocking. So you ready? Let's get started. Materials we need for this project include DK weight yarn. I use Touch of Angora from Lion Brand, but it has been discontinued. So any size 3 weight 3 yarn will work. A US size F 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, a yarn needle, and some scissors. Make sure that you click on the other video for making the squares, and you want to make 18 of these. So like I said, I'm going to link to the video tutorial in the description. All right, my squares are completed, and I'm using a flat joining method here that I really like for this particular square. So when you have your squares, you're going to want to put them right sides together. The back kind of looks indented like this. This is the back side of the square. And the front is flat, as you can see. It's nice and flat. So we're going to put the front sides together. So when we're going to stitch them together, you'll need your yarn needle. See, I'm going to be looking at the back sides. Front sides are facing each other. Grab this here. Okay, and I'm going to put them together just like this. We're going to be working in just one loop of each square. Okay, so I have my yarn. Mine's already attached because I was working. I'm going to go here, line them up where their stitches are even. And right now, since this is already attached, let me make it a little more secure. Okay, make sure you line them up, stitches even. Oh, let me turn my light on here so you can see a little bit better. Get some more light for you. There we go. A little nicer, and my yarn looks actually the cream color it is, not yellow. So I start in this corner space, which was a chain 1. And you're going to grab, you can see here the V of the stitch. You're going to get the loop that is the furthest to the outside. Okay, so I'm going the one closest to my hand here, and the one opposite it. Okay, pull through, and you just weave back and forth. So I grab the front loop of this one, the back loop of the next one, pull the yarn through, back loop of this square, front loop of this square, the way I'm looking at it. And I'm really just going to work my way back and forth. This makes a really nice flat join. Like I said, I used this before with I made this same square with different yarn and did a granny tote with it, and love the way this particular joining method worked. So, and it's really easy. That's one thing I love about it too. So just make sure you're driving that outer loop, one's furthest away from each other, and just work back and forth, back and forth. I connected every square, every part of this project with this exact join. So you will have a little extra yarn ends to weave in because obviously it's not perfect where you meet up, that you'll have to do the next square. I do as many as I can, like if it meets at an edge and I can just grab another square and join, but eventually you have to cut your yarn and join through. So you want to go all the way down to you end at the other chain space. Okay, which mine's right here on this corner. So even there, I'm going to grab those same 2 loops. Okay, and there is our join. A lot of times I'll go through that same chain space again just to secure it a little bit, and even kind of like a fasten off if I know I'm not going to use this particular yarn again. Okay, so here we are with our joins. You can see this is the way they should be joined. So 2 and 4, then 4, 3, 4, and 1, which looks a little strange, but when you fold it, it works fine. Excuse my extra hooks and stuff off to the side there. So fold it right here. So it's 2 of these squares wide for this part here. We are going to use that same flat join across these 2. This one will fold. So as you can see, if you fold it, you'll stitch it to these right here along this seam with that same flat joining method, and it's going to fold in. And then same thing with the heel. This one's the heel stitch. So the heel square, I should say. And you go ahead and sew it inside here after you fold it. Okay, now we use that same joining method. And then when you join, it makes this part a little bit rounder, so it's not quite so square on the toe. but it does look really good there. And it's super easy, just joining these squares. So go ahead and do all the flat joins all the way around, and then we're going to come do the top right here together. Okay, all of mine has been done, and I'm going to do the top. So all of this is stitched up. You can start at the center front or center back. I would start at the center back if I was making a hanger for it, just to let you know. But I'm starting the center front here because it doesn't matter. Join in this center space here, chain 1, single crochet. And now you can just single crochet across each of the squares because the last round of the squares is a single crochet round. So it makes it nice and easy just to work across each square in single crochet. And then when you get to where it meets the next square, just go ahead and put a single crochet in that little joining space. So all the way across, put one single crochet in here where they join, and work your way all the way around. We can do a little bit more for you. So I can show you how to work this space where they join, but super easy. And since it's already single crochet, it makes it nice and even without having to worry about it like flaring out or being too small. Nice even number of single crochet. So here I am. I'm going to put my hook in that little chain space that was the corner. Oh, splitting my yarn. Hold on. That does happen sometimes. So this is the chain space of that square. And I'm going to actually work where we join the squares here, and then starting in the chain space of the next square. So mine got a little tight, so work my yarn into this. My chain spaces are usually tight. A lot of times I actually chain 2 in a corner. I did not on these squares, but a lot of times I do under like a blanket or something because mine get really tight. I don't know if you guys have that same problem, but I typically do. There we go. So that's how you'll work the in-between squares part, and then just keep working your single crochet all the way around the top of the stocking. Now I did 4 total rows of single crochet. This is 1, and I went around 3 more times for my finished stocking. You can do it obviously as tall as you want. It can have a really tall fold over. I just did 4 rounds of single crochet because I liked the way it looked. And then also you could just single crochet a little hanger and you'll be done.